Welcome back to Listen to Leo. Today, I wanted to walk you through an experiment I've been doing using LangChain and specifically simulated agent conversations. So, as an engineer who is building out a startup, I realized that I don't have a ton of experience in kind of the other areas of startup life, such as product marketing, sales, etc. And so I decided to put together this roundtable, aka my AIC suite. And so if you look here at Define a Topic, it's got I want to design a course showing users how to use Choose Your Algorithm to create the basis for their creator business. And so I run the script, and if you see, it has this conversation going back and forth. This is a what's called a decentralized conversation. And so after each comment, all of the different agents bid to see who speaks next. Need to get a little more variation in that bidding process. But overall, I thought this was a really cool way to simulate the conversation and get a number of different viewpoints in anything I wanted to work out. And so if we look at the LangChain documentation, I just did a modification of this simulation with multiple agents and specifically the decentralized speaker selection. And so, as I said, it relies on kind of this bidding process. It's got a really good example in there, and I recommend you play with that. That's what I took as the starting point. Um, but before I did anything in the code, I actually went to the OpenAI playground and I created what I call HR bot, which was a way for me to get an idea of the different roles and their responsibilities. And so I went into the playground and I did this for each of the roles I was interested in adding. In this case, let's try chief marketing officer for a brand new startup. Want to say like that it's super early stage, so those responsibilities are appropriate. Let that generate, and then we come over here, and there's a list of a whole bunch of stuff like qualifications, but most importantly, the requirements. This is what I grabbed, and I took that and threw it into the code, and I kind of created these string constants here with all the different roles and their responsibilities. And then I fed that into this list of character roles. So if you look, it's got kind of the name, the role, and the responsibility. Kind of, you can set the topic. Obviously, at some point, probably throw this into like a CLI that I can use. And then there's just a couple modifications I made to like the system messages from the example. Now it says that it's actually a C-suite. I set that the like human message to begin that you were the CEO. Please make the discussion topic more specific from that viewpoint. And so it did some modifications there, and it fills out the topic that you give it. So that was pretty cool. And then we just do a couple things with like generating the character headers, character system messages, and then the character bidding templates. And so what this does is it sets up each of the agents in a way that it can more completely define their roles. And then we pass it into the bidding dialogue agent, which really allows it to uh, send messages. And so if we look at this agent, what it does, it figures out who's speaking, and then it sends that message and then passes that message along to all of the other agents. So it adds that to their conversation history. And so this is how we keep track of what's being said by everybody for each agent. And so each agent has its own kind of conversation history that's happening based on what all of the other agents said. And so now we can actually go up and look at the bidding template. So I used it based on like how creative their idea was compared to the previous idea. That didn't give me a lot of variation, so that's something I'm definitely looking to improve on. But overall, this was pretty easy to do, and I've been really impressed with the results so far. I think this is definitely something worth playing around with because you can get a lot of different viewpoints on a given topic. So check this out on LangChain, play around with it. And if there's interest, I'll definitely look at building out a more complete tutorial where I go through each of the individual steps and show you how I did all of it. But I really just wanted to share this because I'm having a lot of fun with it and think you might too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.